Right. After a time skip, our whip-wielding magic summoner from Final Fantasy IV has finally arrived. Hopefully we can get an EX out of this. Pulling with tickets, gonna be the same deal as usual for me. Bronzes will be fast clicked, anything silver or above will be waited out. Alright, let's hope I have a bit of luck. And right away, I'm thinking I'm not. Honestly, Rydia's weapons are the big prizes for this banner overall for me, as I don't really care about either of the other characters on it right now. At least for the immediate future. Both of them become really good later on in Chaos Era, but for right now, Rydia is the star. And we got a silver pretty quickly. A gold. Okay. I'm not gonna say no to that. Don't exactly want it right now, but not gonna say no. Okay. I really should have drawn for Rydia back when she first came out, so I could at least have something of hers. Because right now I only have the 15 that came with her event originally. So if I'm lucky here, I want to be pulling both her 35 and her EX. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that lucky. You'd think with 500 tickets I'd have that, get it eventually, but you never know. At least no dunce caps have shown up so far. A lot of bronzes, a few silvers, and 1 gold in about 20 or so tickets. My ticket luck's usually pretty decent overall. I generally get what I want within 100 or so tickets, but I tend to get very little actual gold. Back to the Iron Sword. And 2 dunce caps already. Luck's not really on my side for this so far. 1 gold in about 30 something tickets. Not great. Not great at all. Good. A lot of shotguns today. I think that's probably one of the first ever things I've ever actually pulled for Rem. I have almost never gotten anything for her. Honestly, pulling on Rydia might be kind of foolish at this point, as while she is pretty strong right now, of course Zell's pants. Of course, always Zell's pants. He's always losing them, and I'm always finding them. But, yeah, Rydia is really good as the last awakened character, I believe. But she comes right at the end of that era, and right before level 70 start coming, so she, despite being pretty good, gets outshined really quickly. But Rydia herself is pretty interested in the fact that she's an enchanter, kind of like Lulu, except with water. The only real caveat is that she enchants using her EX instead of a skill. Let's see what's coming up in this silver. Gold? What in the heck is that? Oh, Yang. Okay. Or is it Yang? Either way, I guess I didn't have that before. Alright. But, yeah, I believe she enchants or imperils with her EX. Which does... I believe it's imperil. I believe she enchants with her 35, now that I think about it. Which is kind of the issue. One of her issues is one end of it requires her EX to be used, which is not always going to be active, and the other requires her having her 35 passive. Sure, so she's a bit more finicky as an enchanter because of it, compared to Lulu. Though still very good as far as I'm aware, partially due to the fact that she doesn't really need to stack like Lulu does. And the other biggest negative with Rydia right now is her EX animation. In concept, the summoning of the Mist Dragon is awesome. The animation itself is kind of trash, honestly. The dragon itself apparently never appears during it, which is heavily disappointing. Despite the attack having a nice bit of utility to it, it really is not something really great to look at. Her 35. Nice. That tends to happen a lot. You just tend to get a gold out of a random bronze for some reason. And then you get another dunce cap. Because the game hates you and everything you stand for, and it hates your tickets. At this pace, it looks like I won't be getting her EX in 100, which is disappointing, but I at least got her 35. And I've only gotten like 3 golds. And there we go. Time to sell a bunch. And that's kind of something I don't like about pulling silvers is in my sorting method they get lumped in with the other units' gold weapons because they tend to be exclusives as well. And they give the stat bonuses like a gold would, but to a lesser degree. So instead of being placed at the end like the rest of the bronzes, they're just strewn randomly in your inventory. I really ought to expand my inventory one of these days, but I tend to be really stingy with my gems when it comes to things outside of Poland. It's hard to justify to myself to spend a bunch of gems I could be putting into a banner and getting more weapons into space to hold more. It's something I struggle with in a lot of mobile type games like this. I know it's part of how they get you with the gacha stuff. It's like, oh, you gotta expand your inventory so you can hold more of the crap we give you. It just never really seems like something I ever want to just put any of my currency into. And here's a silver. Gold. I believe that should be max limit break for that weapon for Shadow. Now that's a cool looking weapon. I wish I was one of Ferris's golds. That's a kind of lot cooler than both her current weapons, honestly. Another 15 for Yang. And I'm not going to be using Yang, but nice to have that. If only because it means I can potentially max limit break it and get him ready for EX Plus later in the game's lifetime. Speaking of later in the game's lifetime, I've seen Yang's EX and while the double kick is cool, it just seems kind of samey to me. Because he already kicks pretty much the same way with his skill already. So him doing a couple punches and then just doing a charged up double kick is kind of disappointing. Simply because for the most part, I like the EX to be doing something different from what they're already doing. Or at least have a lot more flair to it if it's not going to be overly different. Kinda had a similar gripe with Lulu's whole kit, kind of, despite how cool it is by itself. Just because of how it's the same basic idea done over and over. Of just a lot of fire, a lot of times. Speaking of fire, I'd like to set fire to Zell's pantaloons right here. luck has not been really great for me here. Going on about 140, 150 tickets now. And here's another silver. Come on, be something of Rydia's. Be something of Rydia's. That's not Rydia! You've cheated me, game. I can't really complain too much because Shadow is on banner at the very least. As is Yang, which I'm getting pretty close to max limit breaking that just off of this banner. Ooh, a silver! Come on, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, come on! And that's max limit broken, essentially. Alrighty! Fantastic! 2 golds, almost back to back. Alrighty. Luck is looking up now. It's not the EX, but it's another point towards limit breaking that. What is going on? That's like, what, 3, 4 golds in a row? All off of bronzes? For some reason, I always think that Scarf is Hope's. Now I've essentially gotten everything off of this banner gold-wise, except for Shadow 35 and Rydia EX. There's another Shadow 15. Just feeding me Power Stones right now. I'm willing to go throughout my entire mountain of tickets here for EX. I'll be supremely unlucky if I don't get it within this amount though. Which, honestly, after the luck I've had pulling on things I've wanted for the last few months, might be the humbling I need. Hello. They really want me to use Yang and Shadow. Another 35 is really nice to have. Alrighty then. Use some of what I got to just upgrade the other stuff. And I believe, Shadow. Okay, where is Shadow? There he is. Alright, I think that should probably make enough room. Let's go at it again. About 330, or a little less than 330 to go. Oh, it's starting to storm out. Ooh, a gold. Let's see what we get out of this. Another 15, but yeah, I need that, so that's nice to have. And then immediately another 35 for Yang. What is going on here? I'm having massive luck in the weirdest directions right now. Still haven't seen an EX or Shadow's 35. Speaking of Shadow, maybe I should just say Rydia's name over and over and hope the game just gives me Rydia crap for no reason. Rydia. No. I know some people have superstitions about... Well, there's Shadow's 35. A pinwheel. Alright. And there we go! EX! We threw a bunch of tickets into the mist and it popped out her EX eventually. We got it! Mission accomplished! I actually cleared out this entire banner, essentially. I got at least one of everything. It took a crap load of tickets, but I did it. Lock that. So, hooray! Mission accomplished! Luck is still here, oddly enough.